Shane Mason sat in his dimly lit office, surrounded by stacks of case files that represented countless hours of his tireless efforts. It had been 5 long years since his daughter, Angel, disappeared without a trace, and not a day had gone by without him searching for answers. His eyes traced the familiar outlines of her face in the fading photograph on his desk. Angel's sparkling blue eyes and infectious smile had once filled their home with joy and laughter, but now the house seemed empty, haunted by her absence. Shane's determination had not wavered. He knew he had to find his daughter, even if it meant sacrificing everything he held dear. He had spent years studying every detail of her disappearance, leaving no stone unturned in his pursuit of the truth. As he pored over old case files, his mind drifted back to his childhood friend, Jeremy Bird. Jeremy had always been there for him, standing by his side through thick and thin. An idea began to take shape in Shane's mind. If anyone could help him unravel the mystery of Angel's disappearance, it was Jeremy. With renewed hope, Shane picked up the phone and dialed Jeremy's number. The familiar voice of his friend echoed through the line, full of warmth and enthusiasm. They exchanged pleasantries and caught up on each other's lives before Shane broached the subject that had consumed him for years. "Jeremy, I need your help," Shane said, his voice tinged with a mix of desperation and determination. He shared the details of Angel's disappearance, laying bare the pain and uncertainty that had plagued him for so long. Jeremy listened intently, his journalistic instincts kicking in as he absorbed every detail. "Shane, I'm with you all the way," he said firmly. "We'll find her, I promise." Days turned into weeks, and Shane and Jeremy worked tirelessly, chasing down leads and uncovering fragments of information. Their investigation took them to dark alleys, seedy bars, and even the depths of the criminal underworld. But the truth remained elusive, like a ghost slipping through their fingers. It was during one of their late-night stakeouts that Shane first caught a glimpse of Lucy Montgomery. She was a cleaning lady at a local hotel, quietly going about her work with an air of quiet grace. Her eyes held a world of untold stories, and Shane found himself drawn to her presence. Lucy's kindness and empathy were apparent in the way she treated those around her. She possessed a keen eye for detail, noticing things that others might overlook. Shane couldn't help but wonder if she held a piece of the puzzle that had haunted him for so long. One evening, as Shane passed Lucy in the hotel corridor, his heart skipped a beat. There, in her hands, he saw a glimmer of silver, a pendant. It was the same pendant that Angel had been wearing the day she vanished into thin air. The sight sent a jolt of electricity through Shane's veins, stirring a mix of emotions he had long suppressed. "Lucy," he managed to whisper, his voice choked with raw emotion. "Where did you get that pendant?" Lucy's eyes widened in surprise, and she quickly tucked the pendant away, as if guarding a precious secret. Her voice quivered as she replied, "I found it in one of the hotel rooms. It caught my eye, and I decided to keep it safe. Do you know what it means?" Shane's heart raced as he struggled to find the right words. The pendant held a profound significance in his search for Angel, and the fact that Lucy had found it was no mere coincidence. Could it be that fate had finally intervened, leading him? Shane took a deep breath, his mind racing with possibilities. The pendant held a key to unlocking the truth about Angel's disappearance. He was sure of it. His gaze met Lucy's, their eyes locked in a silent understanding. "Lucy, this pendant, it belonged to my daughter," Shane revealed, his voice filled with a mix of hope and trepidation. "Angel disappeared years ago wearing that very pendant. It's a vital piece of the puzzle." Lucy's eyes widened in astonishment, her hand instinctively reaching for the pendant around her neck. "I had no idea," she whispered, her voice trembling with a blend of shock and compassion. "I found it abandoned in one of the hotel rooms, hidden beneath a pile of discarded papers. It seemed too precious to be left unclaimed." Shane's heart swelled with gratitude toward Lucy. In that moment, he realized that this compassionate cleaning lady held a significant role in their search for Angel. Fate had brought them together, intertwining their lives in an unforeseen twist of destiny. "Lucy, would you be willing to help me unravel this mystery?" Shane implored, his eyes pleading for her support. "You have a keen eye for details, and your connection to this pendant. It can't be a coincidence. Together, we might finally uncover the truth." Lucy hesitated, her gaze shifting between Shane and the pendant. She understood the gravity of the situation, the weight of the pain etched into Shane's eyes. Taking a deep breath, she nodded, her voice resolute. "I'll do everything I can to help, Shane. We owe it to Angel to find out what happened." And so their unlikely partnership began, an alliance forged by shared determination and an unyielding quest for answers. Shane, Jeremy, and Lucy embarked on a journey that would test their limits, unraveling the dark secrets and hidden betrayals that lay in the shadows. Days turned into weeks, and the trio delved deeper into the investigation. They followed leads, interviewed witnesses, and painstakingly pieced together fragments of information. Their efforts took them down a labyrinthine path of danger and deception where nothing was as it seemed. Through it all, Catherine, Shane's steadfast wife, stood by his side, offering unwavering support and love. Her presence provided solace in the darkest of moments, reminding Shane of the family they were fighting to reunite. Together they weathered the storm, their bond growing stronger with each passing day. As they dug deeper into the secrets surrounding Angel's disappearance, they encountered an enigmatic figure named Arnold Miles, a man with a dark past and a connection to the pendant. Arnold exuded an aura of suspicion and manipulation, leading them through a treacherous dance of cat and mouse. With every step forward, they unraveled a new layer of the mystery, unearthing the intricate web of deceit that had ensnared Angel. Each revelation brought them closer to the truth, but it also exposed them to greater danger. Their pursuit led them to remote locations, abandoned warehouses, and the underbelly of a criminal underworld that thrived on secrecy. They confronted ruthless individuals who would stop at nothing to protect their own interests, testing their resolve and pushing them to their limits. One fateful night, as Shane, Jeremy, and Lucy found themselves on the precipice of a breakthrough, danger lurked in the shadows. They had received a tip that led them to an abandoned factory, a place rumored to hold the answers they sought. With their hearts pounding, they cautiously made their way through the dilapidated corridors, their eyes scanning for any sign of Angel. Every step they took echoed through the desolate factory, amplifying the weight of anticipation that hung in the air. The dim flicker of a single overhead light illuminated their path, casting eerie shadows on the walls. Shane's grip tightened around his revolver, his senses heightened to the slightest sound or movement. Jeremy, with his camera at the ready, followed closely behind, documenting every moment of their perilous journey. Lucy, though visibly nervous, drew strength from their shared mission, her eyes scanning the surroundings with unwavering determination. As they ventured deeper into the factory, the distant sound of footsteps reverberated through the silence. It was a chilling reminder that they were not alone, a realization that sent a shiver down their spines. They pressed on, fueled by a mix of fear and resolve. Finally, they reached a weathered door, its surface marked with the passage of time. Shane took a deep breath, steeling himself for what lay beyond. With a swift motion, he pushed the door open, revealing a room cloaked in darkness. As their eyes adjusted to the dim light filtering through broken windows, they spotted something glinting in the corner. Their gazes converged on a table covered in scattered papers and photographs. Among the chaos, a single photograph stood out, a faded image of a young girl, her face partially obscured by shadows. Shane's heart skipped a beat as recognition washed over him. It was Angel, a haunting reminder of the daughter he had spent years searching for. The pendant that Lucy had found now seemed like a beacon, drawing them closer to the truth. But just as hope began to swell within their chests, A cold voice sliced through the silence. "I see you found your way, Shane Mason," it sneered. The trio turned to face the source of the voice, their eyes widening in disbelief. Standing before them was Arnold Miles, a malevolent smile curling on his lips. His presence confirmed their worst fears. The truth they sought was intertwined with a web of betrayal and danger far greater than they could have ever imagined. Shane's hand tightened around his revolver, his gaze locked on Arnold's menacing figure. The realization struck him with full force. Arnold was not merely a peripheral figure in this intricate puzzle, but a central player, a puppet master pulling the strings. "What do you want, Arnold?" Shane's voice trembled with a mix of anger and desperation, his eyes never leaving the man who held the answers he sought. Arnold chuckled darkly, the sound echoing through the room. "You've come so far, Shane, yet you still haven't grasped the full extent of the game. Your daughter, Angel, was merely a pawn in a grand scheme, and now it's time for you to play your part." Shane's grip on his revolver tightened, his knuckles turning white. The gravity of the situation weighed heavily upon him, threatening to consume his resolve. But the thought of Angel, lost and alone, spurred him forward. Jeremy, ever the intrepid journalist, stepped forward, his voice laced with defiance. "You won't get away with this, Arnold. We'll expose your vile machinations to the world. Angel's story will be told, and justice will be served." Arnold's eyes gleamed with malevolence as he circled them, like a predator toying with its prey. "You think you have the upper hand, don't you? But remember, Shane, nothing is what it seems. The answers you seek lie not only in the past, but in the present as well. Choose your next move wisely." With those cryptic words hanging in the air, Arnold disappeared into the shadows, leaving them in a state of uncertainty. Shane, Jeremy, and Lucy exchanged bewildered glances, their minds racing to make sense of Arnold's cryptic warning. The pieces of the puzzle seemed to rearrange themselves, creating an intricate tapestry of deception and hidden motives. "We can't let him escape," Shane said, his voice filled with determination. "We need to follow his trail, no matter where it leads. Angel's life depends on it." The trio pressed on, their resolve unyielding despite the lingering danger. Each step brought them closer to unraveling the twisted truth, a truth that had been carefully concealed for years. As they delved deeper into the investigation, they uncovered a network of corruption that extended far beyond their initial expectations. Powerful individuals with hidden agendas lurked in the shadows, manipulating lives and orchestrating a grand scheme that threatened to tear their world apart. Along the way, they encountered allies who had been victims of this vast conspiracy. Ordinary people who had lost loved ones, their lives shattered by the same forces that had torn Angel away from Shane's grasp. Together, they formed an unlikely alliance, pooling their resources and knowledge to expose the truth. Lucy, with her keen eye for detail, played a crucial role in deciphering the web of connections that surrounded the pendant and Angel's disappearance. Her observations led them to unexpected places, revealing hidden clues and shedding light on the sinister forces at play. Days turned into weeks and weeks into months as they relentlessly pursued the truth. Their path was fraught with danger, their lives hanging by a thread. Yet the unwavering bond they had forged propelled them forward, defying the odds stacked against them. Finally, the tangled threads of the conspiracy converged, leading them to a secluded mansion shrouded in darkness. It was here, within its opulent walls, that they would confront the puppet master himself, Arnold Miles. The mansion's grand entrance loomed before them, its imposing presence a stark reminder of the power Arnold wielded. Shane's heart pounded in his chest, a mix of fear and determination driving him forward. He clutched the pendant tightly in his hand, its weight imbued with the memories of his daughter. With Jeremy and Lucy flanking him, Shane pushed open the doors, stepping into a world of opulence and deceit. The air was heavy with tension, anticipation crackling like electricity. They moved through the lavish halls, each step bringing them closer to their final confrontation. The sound of their footsteps echoed through the silence, a reminder that they were closing in on the truth, a truth that threatened to shatter their lives and reshape their understanding of the world they thought they knew. As they reached the grand chamber at the heart of the mansion, their eyes met Arnold's, his cold gaze revealing a flicker of amusement. Ah, Shane Mason, the tenacious detective, and his loyal band of seekers. How delightful to see you've made it this far. Shane's voice, though strained, was filled with determination. It ends here, Arnold. You can't hide the truth any longer. Tell us what you know about Angel. Arnold smirked, his eyes glinting with a mixture of malice and satisfaction. You think you've uncovered everything, but there's so much more you have yet to comprehend. The pendant, my dear Shane, holds the key to a world far beyond your imagination. With a wave of his hand, the room transformed, revealing a hidden chamber bathed in an ethereal glow. Symbols adorned the walls, their meaning shrouded in mystery. In the center of the room stood a pedestal, upon which rested a peculiar artifact, a mirror, its surface swirling with otherworldly hues. Shane's breath caught in his throat as he beheld the enigmatic mirror. Its mesmerizing colors danced and swirled, captivating his senses. It felt like a portal into another realm, a gateway to the truth he had sought for so long. Arnold's voice cut through the stillness, his tone dripping with arrogance. Behold the mirror of revelations. Within its depths lies the answer to all your questions, Shane. But be warned, the truth it reveals may shatter everything you hold dear. Shane hesitated for a moment, his eyes flickering between the mirror and his companions. He knew that stepping forward meant facing the unimaginable, but he also understood that this was his chance to bring Angel home, to unearth the secrets that had haunted him for years. With determination etched on his face, he took a step toward the mirror. Jeremy and Lucy followed suit, their unwavering support evident in their resolute expressions. As they stood before the mirror, its surface seemed to ripple and morph, reflecting images from the past, present, and perhaps even the future. Shane's heart raced with anticipation, knowing that the truth was within his grasp. In the mirror's reflection, he saw glimpses of Angel's life, the moments he had missed, the pain she had endured. He saw her laughter, her tears, and the strength that had sustained her in her darkest moments. The pendant, once a symbol of her disappearance, now served as a beacon of hope. But the mirror held more than just Angel's story. It revealed a complex network of betrayal and deception, intertwining the lives of those he thought he could trust. It laid bare the true nature of the forces that had conspired to keep Angel hidden, exposing the dark underbelly of power and greed. Shane's eyes narrowed, his resolve solidifying. He would fight against this web of deceit, no matter the cost. For Angel, for justice, and for the love he held in his heart. With a deep breath, he turned away from the mirror, facing Arnold with unwavering determination. You may have orchestrated this twisted game, Arnold, but I won't be your pawn any longer. The truth will prevail, and Angel will come home. Arnold's smug expression faltered for a moment, a flicker of uncertainty crossing his face, but he quickly regained his composure, a cold smile playing on his lips. You underestimate the power at play here, Shane. The truth you seek may not be the salvation you envision. Prepare to face the consequences of your relentless pursuit. As the final battle between truth and deception loomed before them, Shane, Jeremy, and Lucy braced themselves for the revelations that awaited them. They knew that the path ahead would be perilous, but their determination burned brighter than ever. For in their hearts, they carried the love and resilience that would guide them through the darkness and back into the light. If you like the story, be sure to subscribe to the Life Revelations channel to see more interesting videos. Also, check out the following videos.